Sure. Don't let your strongest muscle be in your goddamn them Twitter fingers, nigga. Online that gangster. Boss that nigga, man. Get your shit together, man. I'm overrated. So overrated. Overrated. So overrated, nigga. Coming on this bitch real fresh, bulletproof, high shoe, bitch, you better wear your vest. She try to get something off her chest, but the drip on her head made a mess. I'm a real piece of profit on this one, but nighttime sheet, I'm a beast. I'm like, here, eat it up, baby, eat. Here, eat it up, baby, eat. I walk with my pole like a pimp in the state that I got up a ton. I walk around with a lot of blaze, I lit a rip on it, yeah. Tonight it's a ride, I got a show, live show, and the niggas still indie. Hey, UPK niggas winning, UPK niggas gifted. Hey, I had a little money, but I lost a little money for that punk ass job. Now I'm getting paid off passion, so it's only right that I stunt. All the nigga wanna hate, frustrates on the face, boy, love wasting time. I don't hate being around broke minds, I motivate their ass in their grind. And that's a real ass leader, real ass nigga, 2G short in the flesh. And I'ma eat my plate so good, I'ma let a little bit water dish. And I'ma beat down your block so rich, top off, you'll feel their leg. I went to another bitch house, cause that bitch ain't clean up the kitchen. And I ain't saying no names, give a goddamn shit, let that motherfucker learn. I left my phone unlocked, woke up, bitch, had a damn chalkboard in front. Wanna know who it is, who the fuck is that? Bitch, I ain't telling no business. And I bought another motherfucking chopper, and that big game with some haters, but hey, I'm overrated. Pass overrated. I'm overrated. Pass overrated, nigga. I'm overrated. Pass overrated. I'm overrated. Pass overrated, nigga. I'm pass overrated. My money coming steady. I'ma rock out my good talk. Hey, the women looking good. Got them white girls. I was trying to see who got good talk. South Carolina with them 5 thick women. They better know how to cook up. Hey, never say the bitch from scratch. That'll keep a nigga, yeah, on stop. I be in Atlanta with the hitters, zone 6 rockin' with a nigga. Had a nigga walk up to a G, but couldn't get past my security. Yeah, I go out, that's my dog already, and a priest too official. Niggas in the world traumatized, tryna buy a clip off a nigga. But when keep the shows coming, keep these hoes running hill for a change, he'll fly. But I gotta keep my fly swat on me, cause these nat bitches lying. I'm in North Carolina doing real big shit, I been got new ties. If you ain't round broke, boy, you tired. But me and my niggas, yeah, pass overrated. Pass overrated. Overrated. Pass overrated, nigga. Pass overrated. Pass overrated. Overrated. Pass overrated, nigga. That's the pass overrated, man. Mixtape, EP, whatever you wanna call it. I'm beating y'all more. Y'all run this shit up, man. Do this shit for the Lord, man. Pass overrated, man. UPK South Carolina, man. Shout 2G. Come on, I see you, nigga. Come on. Give me more, baby. I too much don't like none of these niggas. I too much don't like none of these hoes. Lil' bit won't fight for the dick. But I got more bitches, no. They wanna talk down just to see me. They got me all up on gold. She asked I got Molly for this one. She started coming out of clothes. Damn, I came a long way from just trapping. I came a long way from just trapping. I came a long way ripping plastic. I came a long way. I came a long way. Well, I came a long way from just trapping. I came a long way from just trapping. I came a long way ripping plastic. I came a long way. I came a long way. You little niggas scared of damn player. You little niggas scared of damn tamer. Nigga get ran by these bitches. But I got juice with lots of flavor. I tell her what it is, no pretending. Bitch won't put hands on a nigga. She all in your pockets for paper. But pulling out liquor, you bold. These little niggas know that they nasty. But bitches on periods, you crazy. Gripping little bitch, I know. Can't sit in my whip if you leaking. I been on juice for a minute, but don't need no juice from a stingy. I ain't borrowing nobody hype. I can do this shit out with my niggas. I'm a real Israelite from the south. I got rank about you with the sauce. Little bitch acting like she got 8-1. But 5 taps, bitch, you toast. These niggas turn most just to save her. I ain't trusting no bitch that well maker. I ain't having no sex with these status. Her pussy died and met the maker. She got a big booty even though she look full of ass like a dollar bill. Hourglass, that's a body figure. But inside, that's what's truly real. I know you still talk to your baby daddy. Anything that make them babies happy. Back and forth with your normal tactics. She wanna be dyke, can't holler that ass. And I ain't never scared to tell her. Now you a bitch, hide from your past. Well, let's work up on the future. I got that juice when I enter. Baby girl got potential. With a mind gone with the system. I said, fuck all of these niggas. And yeah, I too much don't like none of these niggas. I too much don't like none of these hoes. Lil' bit won't fight for the dick. But I got more bitches, no. They wanna talk down just to see me. They got me all up on gold. She asked I got Miley for this one. She started coming out of clothes. Damn, I came a long way from just trapping. I came a long way from just trapping. I came a long way ripping plastic. I came a long way, well, I came a long way from just trapping. I came a long way from just trapping. I came a long way ripping plastic. I came a long way, way. Really don't like none of these niggas. I say fuck all of you niggas. Really don't like none of these hoes. I say go and get ghosts. Really don't like none of these niggas. You already know what the fuck talking about, nigga. Whole ass nigga. Good night. Yeah, bitch. You already know who it is. They say the man with the 45, he beat with the man with the rifle, huh? Man, it ain't about what sword you got, it's about the man with the sword, you dumb fuck. Get your shit together. Hey, war. Killer be kid, boy, I'm a menace. I call it down, but it's still in me. Tool at your head, boy, like a dentist. These boys rainbow, yeah, they feel me. How can I show love to my enemy? I know these boys out trying to get me. It's a man down, but it ain't me. War. Killer be kid, boy, life is war. Come around the corner and I'm looking slow. I'm talking my prayer like it up close. I bring their heads off with the sword. Bring that bitch back to the Lord. I bring that bitch back to the Lord. Yeah, I bring that bitch back to the Where's the bitches? I got my take up like I'm sickin'. Yeah, I took the decision. I made my mind up like I'm sleeping. Hey, I'm 15, yeah. I caused a commotion. My tit looking miss like new potion. She got a demotion. Rub on her, I need some lotion. I stroke on her ocean, slow motion. Now I'm exploding. I caused a collision. I'm too high like foreign train mission. Yeah, I'm sipping. I see your motherfucking vision. These boys keep talking that bitch and I pull up like bitches. Like, where the brand and understand that I slap on the top of my enemies. Yeah, I already said that. Halo is head, yeah, but don't take my kindness for weakness. Yeah, I get it, I got it. I'm possible. I'm my own pilot. I don't need no stylist. Roll up on me and you drop it. We can do the straight head like I'm coming. I'm in high. I got that body hot lava. It's lava. My silence a profit. Red out and stocking. Just know I've been under something. I look at you, boy. You ain't nothing. I be like, war. Killer be kid, boy, I'm a menace. I call it down, but it's still in me. Tool at your head, boy, like a dentist. These boys rainbow, yeah, they feel me. How can I show love to my enemy? I know these boys out trying to get me. It's a man down, but it ain't me. War. Killer be kid, boy, life is war. Come around the corner and I'm looking slow. I'm talking my prayer like it up close. I bring their heads off with the sword. Bring that bitch back to the Lord. I bring that bitch back to the Lord. Yeah, I bring that bitch back to the She asked me what I do, I'm always busy. I say I'm getting my weight up, obesity. She wanna come around and wanna visit. She talking through a pussy on. Listen, I'm all black. Yeah, counting racks. Yeah, 223, keep that air on my lap. Yeah, I'm riding through Cracker Village full of tech. But they don't want no fucking smoke, so I'll relax. Yeah, I take a nap, bitch. You looking sad. You may not see me, but my voice on every track. Yeah, just like a tag, bitch. Your bitch a has been. Where in the world I stepped on her like a Mac. Yeah, you dumb motherfucker.
Damn, man, we did that one.
I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G, red beam on it. You think I'm recording, kicking front doors, you try to backdoor me. We are not a gang, bitch, we an army. Book the den, you know I don't tell stories. Keep it 100 in the lightning, you niggas fake baby K name Adonis. Mini Drake, clip curl, but somehow I can shoot it straight. Insta clip, I can shoot 4 minutes straight. Turn this to the Super Bowl if I need to. I can hit your chief up with an eagle. Set you up on the score, but they lied to you. Why you letting them niggas mislead you? My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. You won't see it coming, I move like a crook, a thief in the night. So watch what you put, my aim precise. These bullets 12 inches long, a block away I could take off the foot. Ask me no questions if you know my stance. Bitch, I'm the man, so thanks in advance. They mean a rifle on top of a tripod. If they ever tell you I was taking a stand, they got run up on me, but I'm way too advanced. Spinning with choppers, turn you into a fan. Can show you the steps, but won't hold your hands. They thought they could stop me, it ain't go as planned. How I get this far? Cause I took a chance. Really got ranked, keeping it a band. This ain't what you think, better think again. This ain't what you think, you better think again. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster.
I got you. Let it ride real quick. Look. The city eyes, it's time to vote God. Not God a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times soon. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Revenge taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad, telling me how the crackers turned his childhood to a ghost town. Poker stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen prophets under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that's some dirty to handle. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Waldo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember, I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them.
Shalom Yahweh Shemi Yahweh Shabarok Thumb. To all the brothers, Shalom Yahweh Shema, all the Thabah Shemi Yahweh Shah, to all the sisters. We are the Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Johnny Yanu, teaching that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites according to the Bible. Since 1969, and we're not affiliated with any fake Israelite group. All right. And with that being said, what we do in the school is teach the truth according to the Bible. You understand? We teach no lies in the school. We are the home of the truth. You understand? We ain't affiliated with nobody else, no fake Israelite group, nobody. All right. Now today, again, welcome back. Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We have our law classes. In this school, we teach the laws, the statutes, and commandments of the Bible. All right. If you a so-called black man, Hispanic man, or like Indian man, you should know it's mandatory for you to be following the laws that are inside this Bible. You understand? These laws were given to us by God. He didn't give these laws to anybody else. So when I say it's mandatory, the Lord did not give us an option. All right, he told us to do these things, and we supposed to do them, and that's it. No ends and buts about it. And in this school, we teach that. We teach you how to live as an Israelite because you were born as an Israelite. All right. You know, we teach the facts. We don't teach opinions. We teach the truth. We teach facts, man. You understand? So with that being said, look, we're gonna just dive into this topic. As we all know, Thanksgiving is Thursday, which is why I thought it was a great idea to talk about the true history of Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And why the Lord hates Thanksgiving. You understand? We're gonna dive into all this, man. Should we be celebrating Thanksgiving? You understand where Thanksgiving come from? And we're gonna answer all those questions because we need to know what we're really celebrating when we celebrate these holidays. What God are we really worshiping when we celebrate these holidays? A lot of us don't know anything about the true origin of what we celebrate because they hide it from us. Like in the school systems, you can't depend on the school system to teach your child anything but math. You know what I'm saying? Math. As far as history and etc., you ain't gonna learn any true history. Math and reading, all right, science. But when it comes to that history, you ain't gonna learn the truth about anything. And they'll teach you about their history, but when it comes to our history, you can't expect them to be truthful about that. They're gonna lie because when they want to teach about our history, they have to include them doing things to us. They have to include them unaliving us. They have to include them, stealing this land. And they don't want to do that. They want to be painted good, man. They don't want to be painted of who they really are. They want to be painted something good. So, in these school systems, of course, they not going to tell you the truth. In order for them to tell the truth, they got to tell the real history. And the real history is the real history is wickedness. The real history is unaliving. rape, you know what I'm saying, robbery that these people have done to our people. You understand? So you can't depend on anybody to tell your children the truth when it comes to your holidays, which is why the ISUPK does it for you. You understand? We would teach you what Christmas really means, what July the 4th really meant, what Halloween really meant. We just went over that 2 weeks ago, the real origin of Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not what you think it is. I know you thinking these days are just for fun and laugh, but it didn't start that way. If it didn't start that way, you can't change it and make it something else. And that's exactly what we've been doing for all these years, man. Trying to change things and make this make this, make it make sense. None of these things make sense. You understand? So enough said, we're gonna get into this article right here. This article is a brief, this brief article right here is the origin of Thanksgiving. Like I said, we're gonna talk about where Thanksgiving came from, what it meant. All right, so let's start right here. First paragraph. And it's actually a movie right now called Killers of the Flower Moon that everybody should go see. You know what I'm saying? That tells you what really went down Thanksgiving. Gives you an idea. All right. So it says right here, learning about Thanksgiving in our school system for some of us may be the first time we are even told about the indigenous nations and people, but it is a false history. Learning about the realities of genocide, invasion, slavery, and war, we come to understand that Thanksgiving is above all a colonial holiday that literally celebrates military victories and outright slaughter of Native Americans made into law custom by the government. It is not the feel-good celebration of settler indigenous relations we were taught to believe. During a time when Native warriors and their accomplices are risking their lives, fight on the front lines while poverty, mass incarceration, pollution, continued land theft, destructive resource extraction, abnormal conditions are the norm in many Native communities. So this is facts right here. You know what I'm saying? You go to the reservations, it's nothing but destruction. You understand? Once upon a time, this was a Native Indians' land, and it still is. And the Europeans came over and took this land by force and put them on reservations. So you go to these reservations, man, you won't see nothing but death, but drunkenness. You know what I'm saying? Hotness. Poverty. You know what I'm saying? Pollution. In other words, destruction. You know what I'm saying? When you go to these reservations. All right, let's keep reading. With this in mind, we are reprinting a list of ongoing sites of Native resistance to resource extraction and beyond. And this is straight up facts, man. A lot of children have never seen Native Indians, including me. Like, I've never seen a Native Indian until maybe when I started traveling. Like, this is Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's not many Native Indians around here. Like, you have to go around in certain states to see the little Native Indians there are, because it's not a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And the best, and especially with it's a book, man. By the end of the class, I'm gonna give you a book, man. Give y'all a book that shows you what happened to the survivors it shows you what happened to the Indians, how they made them cut their hair off, and you know what I'm saying, destroy their culture, etc. You see pictures of Native Indians, they had long hair, they had the clothes were different, they had their fringes, they were struck from all that. All right, and it's a book about that as well. So all you got to do is really just do your research, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a laptop right in front of you, whether it's a laptop or a phone. You got the computer in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Using it every single day. Instead of being on social media, man, go learn something. Go do some research on what you finna do on Thursday. All right? Go learn the real meaning of Thanksgiving. You understand? So we're going to keep reading this article. All right? It says the real story of the first Thanksgiving. Most of us associate the holiday with happy pilgrims and Indians sitting down to a big feast. That did happen once. So this is what we all taught in school. You know what I'm saying? It was just a big feast. Everybody came together. You know what I'm saying? They was dancing, having fun, drinking, whatever. And they had a big feast, man. And that made that the Thanksgiving. And this is it. This is all you would know in school. That it was a day where we all came together and ate food. But they left out a lot of information behind this, man. That's not what Thanksgiving is about. So let's read. All right. The story began in 1614 when a band of English explorers sailed home to England with a ship full of Pawtucket Indians bound for slavery. They left behind smallpox, which virtually wiped out those who had escaped. By the time the Pilgrims arrived in Massachusetts Bay, they found only one living in Pawtucket Indian, a man named Squanto, who had survived slavery in England and knew their language. So Squanto was a brother. He was in slavery, held bondage in Spain, actually. You know what I'm saying? When he came back, he was the only brother of his tribe alive. All right, so his name was Squanto. All right, so he knew English as well. He taught them how to grow corn, to fish, and he negotiated a peace treaty between the Pilgrims and the One-Upon Nation. At the end of the first year, the Pilgrims had a great feast honoring Squanto and the One-Upons. All right, so this brother taught these Europeans how to grow corn, how to fish, etc. You know what I'm saying? Was open arms to the Europeans, teaching them how to basically live on American soil. They're not from it. They don't know how to grow food, how to fish, you know what I'm saying, etc. So Squanto taught the Europeans these things, man, these skills, these trades. All right. But as word spread in England about the paradise to be found in the New World, religious zealots called the Puritans began arriving by the boatload, finding no fences around the live. They considered it to be in a public domain, joined by other British settlers. All right, so, and like I said, the Native Indians were open arms, thinking it was going to be just the Pilgrims that were already there. Come to find out, there are more Europeans coming every day by the boatload. Not every day, just in general. Coming by the boatload, man. They keep coming. Because in their minds, it's free land. They didn't sign a peace treaty. They finna come and just take over the whole land. The Native Indians teaching them how to live on the land, teaching them how to grow food, fish, you know what I'm saying, raise cattle. It's fair game, right? Let's keep reading. Until they seized the land, capturing strong young natives for slaves and killing the rest. But the Pequot Nation had not agreed to the peace treaty. Squanto had negotiated and land they fought back. The Pequot War was one of the bloodiest Indian wars ever fought. So yeah, Squanto made that peace treaty, but his brothers didn't agree with it. You got to understand, Squanto was not from the Pequot Nation. He was from the Wampanoags. He was from that tribe. You understand? So the Pequot Nation, they didn't agree to it, and they was willing to fight, and they did go to war. In 1637, near present day, growing Connecticut, over 700 men, women, and children of Pequot tribe had gathered for the annual Grain Corn Festival, which is our Thanksgiving celebration. And Dutch mercenaries who ordered them to come outside, those who came out were shot or clubbed to death, while the terrified women and children huddled inside the long houses were burned alive. The next day, the governor of Massachusetts called and declared a day of Thanksgiving because 700 unarmed men and women and children were murdered. This is the real history of Thanksgiving. It was not about people coming together to eat. It was about why they came together to come eat. It's not about the food. The food isn't evil. It's the celebration that's evil. You understand? After these soldiers, you know what I'm saying, they went to these villages where the Native Indians were living of the Pequot Nation, and they just tore down the whole nation, the whole village, man, unaliving all the brothers, and also burning the women and children alive who hid inside of their houses. And after that day, The governor of this state declared that day to be a day of thanksgiving. It was a celebration of slaughter of the Native Indians. That's what Thanksgiving is. The celebration of the slaughter of Native Indians. That's why it was created. Cheered by the victory, the brave colonists and their Indian allies attacked village after village. Women and children, over 14, were sold into slavery, while the rest were murdered. Boats loaded with many as 500 slaves regularly left the ports of New England. Bounties were paid for Indian scalps to incur as many deaths as possible. Following an especially successful raid against Pecan in what is now Stamford, Connecticut, churches announced a second day of Thanksgiving to celebrate victory over the heathen savages. You know what I'm saying? The white men called the Native Indians savages when they're the ones slaughtering them. The Native Indians, well, like I said earlier, had open arms, man. Taught the Europeans how to, you know what I'm saying, live on this land. And they were called savages. That's how hypocritical the white man is, man. Let's keep reading. During the feasting, the hacked off heads of natives were kicked through the streets like soccer balls. Even a friendly one Penteon did not escape the madness. The chief was beheaded, and his head was impaled on a pole in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Salagi. The killers became more and more fraternized, with days of Thanksgiving feast behind held after each successful massacre. All right, so after every massacre that was made, they had a Thanksgiving, which means after every massacre, they ate food. The food is not evil. It's the celebration behind it. Because they had this successful massacre, they all gathered together and ate together to celebrate that victory. And I'm not even going to say victory, man, because it wasn't a war. You know what I'm saying? It was an attack. It wasn't a war. You understand? Let's keep reading. George Washington finally suggested that only one day of Thanksgiving per year be set aside instead of celebrating each and every massacre. So George Washington stepped in and said, you know what? Let's stop eating after every massacre. Let's just make it one day a year. We do this dinner. Until Abraham Lincoln decreed Thanksgiving Day to be a legal national holiday during the Civil War. All right, so that's your Thanksgiving right there. That's a brief history or where Thanksgiving come from. And sum it all up, it came from the slaughter of Native Indians. That's where it came about, man. So this Thursday, when you're going to your family house to eat a dinner that you could have ate on any day, you know what I'm saying? You're actually celebrating the slaughter of our Native Indian brothers, the Gadites. Now let's get to these scriptures. All right. This is the history. Now let's see why the Lord hates it. Let's find out why the Lord does not want you doing it. All right. Let's get Amos 5:21. This is Amos chapter 5 and verse 21, and it reads, I hate. Let's just stop right there. It says, I hate. I-H-A-T-E. We've been taught in these churches that God don't hate nobody. That hate is an emotion that he don't even have. God don't have the emotion hate. All you have is love inside of him, which is the most LGBTQ thing I've ever heard in my life. You know what I'm saying? He's just so loving. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have any other emotion, which is crazy because hate is all through this Bible. It's crazy to believe that God only love, and there's so much unaliving inside these scriptures. And literally in the first book of the Bible, the Lord wiped out the whole earth with water and unalived everybody on it, including animals too. But all he does is love. Come on, man. Wake up, man. Focus. The things they say in these churches don't make sense when you read that book. It don't make sense. When you open that Bible up, the things your Christian pastor is telling you don't line up with in these scriptures. It don't add up together. He's saying one thing, the Bible saying other. He's saying love, the Bible is clearly saying hate. In Ecclesiastes 3:8, man, it says there is a time to love, and it's also a time to hate. You can't love every single thing. You got to hate something. You can't love anything without hating it. Hating was abusing something you love. It don't make sense, man. It's like we expect God to be loving when all we showing him is hate. You know, it's just hypocritical, all right? So let's keep reading. It says, I despise your feast days. This right here cuts Thanksgiving to shreds. You know what I'm saying? This is the only scripture I should be able to read and close the class off with this. It says, I despise your feast days. What is your feast days? Thanksgiving, Christmas. Every holiday you eat on it, right? Every holiday this country has is you getting together, eating a meal. Christmas, 4th of July, Halloween, you eating every holiday. The Lord say he hates all of them. And also, I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. The Lord hates your feast days and your special gatherings, your solemn assemblies. So this goes for your feast days, because some people always say, oh, Thanksgiving is our only feast day. He also means your solemn assemblies too, your other special gatherings. The Lord don't want to deal with any of it. You understand? First thing you got to do when you come in this truth, first thing you got to learn is that the white man lied about everything. You got to understand that first. You understand? Don't come in here believing anything you've learned in this world. It's all a lie. It's not reality. You understand? Let's go on and get verse 22. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. So the Lord is letting you know your burnt offerings, your meat offerings, he ain't going to accept them. Your peace offerings, he ain't going to accept them. None of that. All you doing is cooking unlawful food on Thanksgiving anyway. And got the nerve to offer it to the Most High. That's a miracle for you, man. But after reading this, should let you know God ain't worth any of it. So why are you? Why do you feel like you have to celebrate Thanksgiving? Why is it such a burden to celebrate all these holidays, man? It's like you don't feel human if you don't go eat that pork on Thanksgiving. Something inside of you is just keeping you to do this, man. When in reality, you don't have to. Let's stop being slaves, man. Let's be free for once. If you celebrate Thanksgiving and you a black man that in or a Hispanic man, you a slave still. That's what you are. Let's be free from all these days we celebrate. Let's come back to our own culture, our own traditions. which we're going to get into as well. Let's get verse 23. Verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vowels. The Lord don't even want to hear your music. All the music you finna play, etc. The Lord he don't want to hear that either. So anything they got to do with Thanksgiving, he ain't with it. None of it. Let's get Leviticus 23. All right. Leviticus 23 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speaking to the children of Israel, and saying to them, discern the feast of the Lord, what ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. So in this chapter right here, in this book right here, the Lord is listing, Moses is listing all of our feast days we have, man. You understand? These are the traditions that the God gave the Israelites, us, Black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people, the Israelites. We have our own traditions. We have our own high holy days. We have our own feast days. We don't need anything America has gave us or taught us. We don't need any of it. You understand? Why do they thing? We can have our own thing. For so long, we've been going around the world, you understand, to religion, trying to find ourselves, trying to find something that, you know what I'm saying, suits us. When the whole time, our life is inside the Bible. You understand? Our tradition, our culture is inside the Bible. This whole time. If that don't make you mad, I don't know what else make you mad, man. You know what I'm saying? It should be urgent for you to take on your own customs. Nobody should be forcing us to take upon our own customs. You know what I'm saying? Let's be stingy with our own culture. All these religion is for everybody. The Bible ain't. The Bible's for us. You understand? Let's come back to our culture, man. Let's give away all these heathen customs and come back to what we, was given. All right. This is what makes us different from everybody else. Doing the same thing they doing, we just like them. God gave us our own feast days. Let them have their Thanksgiving. After all, it's a slaughter of your own people. All right, let's get Ecclesiastes 7 and 13. It makes me mad just talking about it. You understand? You should have that same spirit on you. Let's get Ecclesiastes 7 and 7 first. Then we're going to drop to 13. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. After reading the history of Thanksgiving and seeing where it came from, if you're an Israelite, again, a Black man or a Hispanic man or an Indian man, that should make you mad, man. You should be angry. For one, we've been taught Thanksgiving was something completely different. And come to find out, it was the slaughter of your brothers. We got to understand, we've all been through the same thing in this country. You've all been oppressed by the same nation of people, going through the same exact thing, man. The Native Indians are being oppressed too, right now on the reservations. Black people, we in them ghettos to this day, along with our Israelite brothers. And they also on the borders in cages We are going through the same BS. Why are we not mad? Why are we just living it up, man? If you somebody that's not mad, you ain't wise. It says to make of a wise man mad. If you're not wise, if you're wise, you're mad. If you ain't mad, you ain't wise. Simple. Let's get verse 13. Verse 13. Consider the work of the Lord, for who can make that straight which he has made crooked? This is one of my favorite scriptures. I use this scripture almost every class. You understand? Consider the work of the Lord and everything he's done for you. He changed you. He changed your life. You understand? He made you who you are. But also it says, which he has made crooked as well. Can you make something straight which he already has made crooked? You can't. So with that being said, therefore, he made Esau crooked, and we cannot straighten him out. He was made from wickedness. Psalms 58:3 said he was born wicked. So therefore, you cannot make Thanksgiving something else from what it was made from. Thanksgiving came from the slaughter of our native Indian brothers. And that's what it's always going to be. Who are you to change it? Who are you to make it something else? Make it mean something else. When it came from slaughter of our brothers. You understand? And that's what's wrong with this country. They want to include God with everything they do. They include our Bible, our book, our God with everything they created. This Bible don't belong. This Bible doesn't pertain to their holidays whatsoever. But they include God with everything they do to make you celebrate. Like we just got done celebrating Halloween. What does Halloween have anything to do with God? With the church? You know, I drive by these churches, I see trunk or treats in the Christian church parking lot. You know why? Because they include God with everything they have made to make you celebrate it. Because you're Christian, right? And Christians celebrate Christian holidays. But Christian holidays are not inside of the Bible. And why is that? Because Christianity has nothing to do with the Bible whatsoever. And I'm proving it to you right here, right now. You understand? All right, let's drop that. Let's get Psalms chapter 10, verse 5. You know, who are we to change what Thanksgiving means? Stop giving America the benefit of the doubt. Let's stop forgetting about where it came from. The Lord said, don't forget. Let's hold this. We're gonna hold that flat and wrong. Let's get Deuteronomy 32 and verse 7. And it reads, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. It says, remember, not forget. It says, consider the years of many generations, man. Not a few, many generations. You understand? That was only 400 years ago when that happened. You understand? Actually, fewer than 400 years ago. It was 300 something years ago. And when you think about it, that isn't really that long ago. This happened on the same place we're living at right now. This is American history. Now, if this is celebrating July the 4th, why are we not remembering the history of Thanksgiving? We all remember the history of July the 4th, don't we? We taught that in school. The real history of July the 4th, but we ain't taught the real history of Thanksgiving. You understand? The Lord says, remember, man. Don't forget. If you somebody that forget, this world isn't going to make sense to you. And that's what's going on. A lot of our children think these things are normal. They think we just came from slavery. Until now, nowadays they teaching that slavery was actually migration. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's so important, so critical for us to teach our children the true history of all the things we celebrate, of all the things, that put us in the conditions that we in right now. Because you'll think these things are normal. You know what I'm saying? You'll think the life we live in is just the life we live, man. And that's just that, when it's not. We are in conditions that we in for a reason. And as a parent, it's your job to teach your children these things, man. Because the school system is going to fail your child every single time. Don't rely on them. All right? The Lord says, remember the days are old. Don't forget it. So, yeah, I'm going to remember this until the days I die. I'm going to honor my Native Indian brothers. I'm not going to dishonor them by celebrating Thanksgiving. You understand? Let's drop there. Let's get Deuteronomy 1:16. Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 16, and it reads, and I charge your judges at that time, saying, hear the causes between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother, and the stranger that is with him. All right? And what does this mean? All right, when you read the scripture, you got to understand it's wise to not offend our Gad brothers, our Native Indian brothers. You understand? It says, hear the causes between your brother. All right, hear what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Hear the problems between them and judge righteously every man and his brother and the stranger that is with him. It is unrighteous to go and eat Thanksgiving food, knowing what happened to our Native Indian brothers on this day. You understand? It's Native Indian brothers who stood alive, who had grandparents that went through this. You understand? This is not a long time ago. It wasn't that long ago. And it's a reason why they are all on reservations now. Nobody want to talk about that, though. They want to hide that. It's so many kids who ain't never even seen a Native Indian before. Never even heard of that nation. Because so many of them are gone, are out the way. It isn't many reservations in this country. Because of the slaughter of this day, we celebrate every single year. All right? Eating that food isn't evil. The celebration behind it is. So just don't eat none of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to them. I hear, oh man, it's just food, man. We just come together. Blah, 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 blah. Come together on any other day. That's a problem with the Black community. We feel like we can only come together on a holiday. It's crazy. It's like, yeah, you won't see a cousin to the next holiday. Y'all don't call, y'all don't talk, y'all don't text, nothing. You want to come together when a white man tells you to. You understand? You want to call your loved ones on their birthdays. It's an excuse, man. Zephaniah 2:1 says, come together, man. O nation not desired. We don't need these holidays to create any morale among us. You're supposed to want to be around your brothers 24/7. We don't need Thanksgiving to do that. Like I said earlier in the class, let's be free from this, man. Let's be free from this. You know what I'm saying? It's such a burden for all this. All the food you got to go buy. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the food, and 5 seconds later, you're arguing. Your uncle arguing with your granddad arguing with your auntie, your cousins finna fight. And it's going to be like this every single year because the Lord don't want us doing it. All right? Let's drop this. Let's get John 10:10. John 10:10. It reads, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. This right here is the person when you call 911. This is him when you go to court. This is him when he came to America. They come to steal, coming to unalive, and they come to destroy. But we will have more life abundantly if we will follow Christ. This is a heavy scripture right here. John 10:10. All right, let's get Psalms 55:20. Chapter 55 and verse 20. Psalms chapter 55 and verse 20. And it reads, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The native Indians were at peace with Esau. You understand? But Esau, like always, break his promises. There were a peace treaty involved, and the Europeans broke that. In Christopher Columbus' articles, somewhere documented, he said the native Indians were nice people, and I'm paraphrasing. Nice people, you know what I'm saying, willing to share their land, willing to teach them how to do things, etc. He said they would be great slaves. This is how they think, man. It's inside of them. They can't help it. You know what I'm saying? They can't help it. Then the Indians were open arms. But later on stabbed in the back. The smallpox, slavery, Trail of Tears. You know what I'm saying? All this. But we are to follow the Lord. Then the Indians wouldn't trust him at all from the get-go. 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. It was real smooth. Everything coming out of his mouth sounded real good. It sounded truthful. Sounded like it was right, man. It made sense. But inside of him, it's war. Meaning what? They're gonna say things. They're gonna say things to reel you in. Joe Biden did it. Donald Trump did it. They're gonna give you that reel to get them black votes in. But inside of them, they just want them votes. They'll tell you anything. And the same thing happened to our Native Indian brothers. They were fooled. They were tricked by Esau's words. You know what I'm saying? It's his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. He speaks love, he speaks peace, but he's a dragon in the inside. That's all. That's it. You believe this right here? The oppressor can never trick you. You have to expect you have to expect every Edomite to be the same. You understand? You can't walk down the street and see 10 dogs growling at you and expect only 2 of them to bite you. Nah. You gotta expect every dog to bite you. You know what I'm saying? You think this one dog ain't gonna bite you because he just look a certain way? You gotta expect all of them to do the same thing. Because at the end of the day, that's saving us. That's saving you. Stop having the benefit of the doubt, man. Don't believe anything they say. Don't take any risk. Because that risk you're taking can cost you your life, can cost you your land. And that's what it cost our Native Indian brothers. Their life, their culture, their land. It's terrible to look at these reservations and ignore it. You know what I'm saying? It's just sickening. And nobody wants to talk about it. But you will talk about it here in the ISUPK. All right. Let's get Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha. Chapter 12 and verse 10. So lock y'all, bear with me. Never trust thy enemy, for like as Ryan rusteth, so is his wickedness. Never trust Esau, man. Never trust the oppressor. In the world, you know, they say pray for your enemies. You know what I'm saying? They say keep your friends close and enemy closer and all that mess. The Lord say don't trust them. That's it. God says don't trust them. You know, you can't stop rust. You know what I'm saying? Once something starts rust, it's gonna keep rusting. It rusts forever. So with that man said, you can't change the oppressor. Can't change him. Like we read in Ecclesiastes 7:13. You can't stop, you can't make something straight when God already made it crooked from the get-go. You understand? So you cannot make Esau good when the Lord created him to be wicked. You understand? Salakia. Let's drop this right here. Let's get 1 Corinthians 8 and 7. You know, we gotta stop giving Esau the benefit of the doubt, man. and take him for what he's showing us. He's showing us who he is through history. Till this day, he's showing us who he is. And we keep ignoring him. You know what I'm saying? Ignoring the fact. You know, we got to stop giving him the benefit of the doubt and take him for what he's telling us who he is, man. And history shows it. There's no way 400 years, the same thing happening then is happening to this day. They're still celebrating the same holidays they're celebrating to this day. And that right there is the reason that you should never forget. They ain't forgot their holidays. Why are you forgetting what they really mean? I mean, it's crazy. Christmas was created during the Roman Empire. You know what I'm saying? They still celebrate that to this day and try to make it line up with Christ's birthday. When y'all know Christ was born in the spring, and even if Christ didn't celebrate his own birthday. Like, these are the things we got to watch out for. Like I said earlier, man, they're going to include everything they have and collide it with our Bible. You understand? They're going to try to include everything with God. God don't have anything to do with any holiday created in this country. Nothing. It's not about God. Not about it. And everybody knows where Thanksgiving came from. Everybody knows about it. And they say, that happened a long time ago. You know, it's about the family, man. It's about coming together. It ain't about the slaughter of the Indians. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Chinese people don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Asians don't celebrate Thanksgiving. East Indians don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Only their president. Because it's their holiday. They created this for what they done to our people. That's why. All right. Let's read the scripture right here. We got 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 7. Salaki. Howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge. All right. So every man does not contain knowledge. For some of conscience of the idol unto this hour eat. Salaki. Let's go up 2 or 3 verses. Because this is a heavy scripture. All right. Verse 4. As concerned, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered and sacrificed unto idols. We know that an idol is nothing in the world, and there is none other God but one. All right. So we know when we eat certain foods on these certain days, they're being given sacrifice to idols. But we all know that idols are not real. We all know there's only one God. That's the God of Israel. So what does this really mean? You see all these holidays, you're going to eat food. So say you in truth and, 4th of July come around, your family call you tomorrow, you want a to-go plate? Are you still supposed to eat that food? Even though you're not celebrating July the 4th, even though you at home, are you still going to eat that food later on in that day? Even though you're not popping fireworks, etc., are you still going to eat that food? Are you still going to eat Thanksgiving leftovers when you didn't celebrate Thanksgiving? Are you going to slide by your grandma's house and get a plate to go and go back home and eat it? Let's keep reading. But for thou, there be as God, Salaki, for thou, there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth. Verse 6, but to us there is but one God, the Father of whom are all things, and we in him, and the Lord Christ, by whom are all things, and we by him. We only have one God, the God of Israel. Howbeit, Salaki, howbeit, there is not in every man that knowledge, For some of conscience of idol unto this hour, eat it as thing offered unto an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled. We offend our brothers and sisters from the trap of God and ancestors when we eat on Thanksgiving. That's what we do when we celebrate this day. When we eat that food, we offend our brothers. You have a weak conscience. You understand? You know that this day, the celebration behind this day, you know it. And you still, eat that food because it's just food. You ain't doing nothing for real. You just eating food. I'm just there to get a plate, man. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Your conscience is weak, man. It's not the food that is evil. It's the celebration behind that food that is evil. Food is food. You understand? Food is food. I'm going to eat, but I'm not eating what y'all are going to eat. I'm not going to no dinner. I'm not going to your feast. I'm not meeting up with y'all on this day. Because my conscience is not being defiled. I'm not being tricked into celebrating some wicked holiday. That was a slaughter of my native Indian brothers. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. The native Indian brothers are going through the same curses we going through. The same ones. You going on reservations, it's the ghettos. Nothing different. You see men, are destroyed, are drunks, addicts. You see poor, single mothers, single fathers. The same thing you see in our neighborhoods. We are the same exact people. Been conquered by the same people. We have to all come together, nation of desire, man, and follow these laws, these statutes, and commandments of the Bible. That's our only way out of this. And you going to this Thanksgiving this Thursday, you're gonna want to make it worse for yourself. You understand? So we're gonna drop that right here. Salakia. Give me a minute. Let's get Colossians 2:8. Colossians 2:8. It says, beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of man, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. Thanksgiving is not the rudiment. Thanksgiving is not after Christ. It is a rudiment of the world. It is tradition of a man. Man created this day. A man did. And for all you Christians, we are inside the New Testament. And it's telling you that you are not supposed to celebrate any tradition of man. Let them have their holidays, man. These are day holidays. We have our own holy days to celebrate. You want to see, you got the Passover coming up, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You know what I'm saying? We have our own holidays to be worried about, not theirs. Let them have theirs, man. We got our own. You know what I'm saying? These are the rudiments of the world, the things the world celebrates. Christ wasn't inside the world. You understand? He didn't celebrate what everybody else celebrated. He celebrated what was given to him. You understand? You are going to sit there and pray over all that food when the Lord ain't listening to it. Let's get that before we close the class out. Let's go to John. I believe it's John 9 and 31. Let's see. It says John chapter 9 and verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners. So like I said, you finna go around that dinner and your granddad gonna pray, and the Lord ain't listening to none of that. The Lord ain't listening to it because he does not hear of sinners. You've been taught that God loves the sinner but hates the sin. No, he hates the sinner as well. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 6 tells you that. You finna pray for all that food and God ain't in there. God don't dwell inside of there. We read it earlier today. Amos 5 and 20 and 21. The Lord hate and despise your feast days. You understand? The love of God is to follow his commandments. If you love God, you will do what he tells you to do. That's it. That's all. It says, if any man be a worshiper of God and do of his will, him he hears. He only hears who obeys him. He ain't hearing your Thanksgiving prayer. He ain't gonna be hearing that. He ain't gonna be smelling that food. He ain't gonna be listening to that music you playing because he ain't with it. So why are you? You understand? And with that, we're gonna close the class out. We're gonna get these announcements. All right, ISUPK security announcements. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are ahead to share themselves of the word. If they need interpretation, the camp leader will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10. 10% of every penny of increase the Lord gives you, give it to the church department or teacher priest fund. Priest fund, with its free willing offers for priests. It's not mandatory. Whatever so amount you would like. Upcoming Hanukkah convocations, Passover. Also, in a couple weeks from now, we got the Feast of Hanukkah. All right. Remember, $200 Passover fee covers everything. If you don't pay it, you're not getting in. All right. Also, Akim, if a new brother want to join the school, all black. All right, black shirt, black pants, and black boots. And with that, we are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the Commanding Journey Yohana. And that's my time. Shalom, Israel.